Welcome to my playhouse, and today we are nowhere near my playhouse, and this is probably gonna be one of those special Saturday videos because this is so unrelated ever. But this entire weekend I have been at some, we call it the family party, where we each year switch places on who carries out this party. Last year it was me and my brother, and we went to see the Viking show, and I did film that too. This year we went to see a zoo, and I did not film that. That was not interesting at all, and the weather was just bad, and I didn't want to bring the camera in. The list of excuses is really long, but I'm at a hotel here, so we can have a look at that. That's not interesting whatsoever, so you can see that. I'm very curious about this modular bathroom that is in here. It's like there's just a hole in the wall. If you look at it this way, it just looks like this big closet. But they have actually put in a bathroom module, and it looks like there is a line here, so that's the size of it. And there is the tiniest little shower here, where the curtain goes around like that. And it actually works. And the sink is over here, and the toilet is there. And it looks like that the whole thing just needs a little hole in the wall, and then you have a bathroom. So for sure there was no bathroom here when the room was made. Oh, spider. Otherwise this room is really, it has an electric heater, and it has a power outlet, and that is it. It has Wi-Fi, so I have been able to sit here with my computer and reply to commands, but otherwise it's really boring. Not even a TV. If you watch this big wall over here, where there would be room for a really big TV, well, they didn't put that in. So I think this video will more or less be about my trip back home. It's a 4-hour drive from here and to my apartment in Aarhus. So we'll have a look at that. I might do a bit of filming of the hotel outside, but otherwise it will just be a vlog of me talking, and bonus video. Well, it might get really boring, but well, we'll see. If there's anything interesting, I did come over some very pretty bridges over here, so we might have a look at that. The view is not that bad. This is really very much out in the middle of nowhere. Well, the camera can go up higher so you can see a bit better than I can. Unfortunately, there's a really ugly building right there. I am here at the hotel with my brother and his girlfriend, and my mom and her husband. So the brother is next door, mother and husband is upstairs somewhere. There is a lot of room. The hotel is called Hotel Femern. So yeah, now you know that. I was here. It's famous now, right? Okay, be back when I find something interesting. Okay, I'm actually ready to go now. There is 2 beds here. I didn't use that one. I'm just making sure that I haven't forgotten anything here. And that's usually when I travel, I just have this one. But now that I'm recording, or at least I brought the camera and wanted to do some recording, I also brought the camera case, where the camera usually fits in, and the tripod is usually just in my car. So here is the outside of the hotel, and I have to flip the screen so that I can see what I'm doing. And this is the hotel that I've been staying on. It's a little local, and here is my brother and his girlfriend. They are also leaving now. They're going in the opposite direction. It has been a total disaster price-wise, because we are all leaving in different directions, so we couldn't drive together, and it's a rather big long trip over here. So going to the car with all the stuff, and we're gonna have a hopefully interesting drive home. We have to take a ferry to get back, so I like that. Ferries are fun. Okay, we're about ready to go home. I've mounted the camera here. I'm so amazed at how well this works. I hope it stays there good, but let's see if she really wanna go home. So navigate to home.
Getting directions to home.
Okay, we might be able to see we are down there, and I have to go up here. Does that show? Maybe we can zoom.
Starting route.
Yeah.
Head south on Molivec, then
okay.
turn left onto Fakosevec.
Righty. Okay, but yeah, I really wanted to show where we were at, so let's just try Google Docs here. Okay, here is a pretty good picture. The blue dot down here is me, and we have to go up there, and that's my mom. Hi, Mom. Okay, Mom wanted to say goodbye. Yeah, let's see, where were we? We are there, the blue dot, and we have to go over there. So, and there is a ferry between these two islands. We are here, we need to go over there. And there's a ferry that's not a very good picture. It's looking at me. Look at the phone, you. Thank you. So you can see there is the blue dot, and we have to go over to that long island over there, and that's a 45-minute ferry trip. And yeah, we're gonna enjoy that, aren't we? So let's move out of here, and I need to charge my phone because I've been misselecting that. Okay, leaving the family behind. Let's see if we can get out of here without damaging the car. Yeah, the parking was not that great here, but let's get on the road. And navigation, I think I have to go to the left. I'm not totally sure about that. If it... I think I need to go down there. Right. Go to the right. Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Turn left onto Fakosevec.
Yes, thank you very much. It's a very flat country over here, and this island has been very they have been doing a lot of sugar production over here.
In 450 meters, turn right onto Mistevec.
Thank you very much. And they are, I'm not sure what they call in English, but in Danish they're called sukkerroer, and that would be sugar something. I don't know what a roe is in English, but it's a big thing that they grow on the fields. But the sugar company has closed down, so that at least one of the sugar companies over here has closed down. The big one apparently has closed down, and therefore the production of the are not as big anymore. So I'm gonna not talk as much, and we're gonna see some of this countryside in fast motion.
place where we're at is called Lolland. It's not heavily populated, and it's one of the poorer places in Denmark. Not that all the people are poor, but well, the average salary and housing and stuff is lower than the rest of Denmark, and the job situation is not that great over here either. They have in the older days built a lot of ships over here and had the sugar production, and well, both of those industries are kind of crumbling away. Now they have been doing a lot of windmill production lately, and smaller businesses has opened up, and of course there is always the electricians and the plumber and the painter and all that stuff. But it's one of the really cheap places to live in Denmark. It's over here. You can get a house for the price of what you would have to pay for the car parking in some of the bigger cities. So you can get a really big house for next to nothing. But I think it's like that in every country. Somewhere in the country it's just a lot cheaper than other places. Like Aarhus and Copenhagen is very expensive here in Denmark, and Lolland Falster is very cheap. So the same house here would cost 4 or 5 times as much in Aarhus. And the island over here, there is a couple of bigger cities, but there is a lot of small cities that I'm driving through here. There is a lot of space and, well, a lot of peace and quiet too. Actually at the ferry right now. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it. The ferry is in the harbor, I see, but I don't know when it's leaving or if it has just left. There was a lot of cars coming out from in there, so I was just driving in my own thoughts, and then suddenly we're here. You can see the ferry. Can you?
Turn right onto Spotsfjord.
Kind of. You can see the ferry. So I have to pay for that, unfortunately. Yeah, it has just left, it seems. That is unfortunate. Okay, so we'll have to wait for the next one, which leaves 11:15. That's an hour from now. Well, we missed that one by like 3 minutes.
Turn right onto Spotsfjord. Route 9.
That's a shame.
Tars, Spotsfjord ferry.
Yeah. So, well, I'll park here for an hour, bring around the laptop. Well, let's go film the ferry leaving, shall we? I'm the only car here. Something yellow, I guess. Okay, waiting in the car for an hour. Found the laptop, and I'll have to keep the engine running because right now I'm charging the camera. That might sound really bad because I found that the sound is really bad when I'm charging the camera. I should have thought about that, but well, and I could have put my hair nicer. So, well, I'll see you in a little bit when we drive aboard the next ferry. You don't have to wait for that. You're so fortunate. Okay, alright. Okay, the next ferry has arrived, and right now they are preparing, well, trying to steer it into place. That did take a while when I came over here, but we might just see them actually lowering the thing that grabs onto the ferry, and the other cars starting to drive off the ferry to make room for us. I don't think we're gonna be very many on the ferry today, and that is absolutely fine with me because I do see a lot of cars coming in right now, so there might be as many as when I drove over here, but that wasn't too many either. So I'll keep recording this and see what happens. I'm guessing that I'm gonna be allowed to drive on in just a second or two. Bus, how rude. And a lot of bicycles get to board before me as well. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. that's actually there are a lot of bicycles. Oh, that's probably the cars for the bicycles. The following cars. And now me. So there's gonna be a lot of people on the ferry because of all those bicycles. They don't take up much room. But we get to go all the way to the front of the ferry, so we'll be the first ones off. Probably the bus gets to take off before us. But let's not go further than that. I think this is fine. So now we'll go up into the ferry. I think I'll bring the camera and we can go have a look.
Pretty nice view. Okay, she just opened up this part of the ferry, so now I'm in here almost by myself. There's really not many other people. So we might be able to go out there and see front of the ferry too. I'll go check if that door is open. It's not far. We should be able to see the other ferry very soon. They kind of trade places every hour. Can't. Okay, here is the other ferry. The one that I just missed with 3 minutes getting back from here. And it's gonna cross us right now. Cool. Ready all cannons. I think this one is just like it. So that's kind of the same ferry that we are on right now. And I should really look into that camera because otherwise I can't see what I'm filming. Okay, we're getting into harbor now. I probably better go get ready at the car. Let's see where we're going. Probably over there. I think we're going that way in. There. Yeah, that must be it. Okay, we are ready to go off board again, and the ferry is slowly moving into position, and they will lower that blue thing in front of us, but we will probably see the ferry be connected to the dock here, so that the ferry is not able to move around and make it more steady for the cars to drive off of it. It's a pretty cool system. I should really be out there filming it, but as I'm the first car to drive off here, I wouldn't be able to film that and get in here, and all the other cars behind me would have to wait, and well, I'm not like that. Yeah, now we are being connected to the harbor here. You can see everything is moving downwards. It looks as if the ferry is moving up or the harbor is moving down.
not sure which one it is. Probably the ferry moving up. My car has become filthy. I think there have been water splashing up on my... Okay, we got to go off the ferry as the first vehicle. That's kind of a problem because I have no idea which way to go. I'll probably just follow this way. We're good. And the weather has become really good over here. It's actually a bit too hot to have a jacket on right now, but I'm gonna figure that out later. Right now we just have to get away from here because there's gonna be a lot of cars coming out of there. And I don't want to. Yeah. Okay, we're actually going over a bridge right here. So I just thought that we should film this. The weather is pretty bad and my windows are pretty dirty. Otherwise I would point it to the side because, well, it's rather pretty around here, but well, you are not able to see very much of that. But this bridge is very steep. It definitely goes up very fast. I don't know if we can turn the camera around and see out the window. Boats down there, very pretty nature, just a good view from up here. And I see that my camera is running full, so I have to find somewhere to delete some of the older stuff. So I will have to go into the side to do that. Don't think I can do that while driving. That's probably not a good idea. Okay, we have driven for a little bit and I do believe that we are gonna be crossing a very pretty bridge in just a little bit, so I turned the camera on again. I noticed this when I was driving over here, that whoa, there's a pretty view from here, and I think we're gonna be crossing that just over there. I kind of see a red bridge thing blowing in the air. You know, when you drive out onto an open bridge, they usually put a flag like in the airport to show you which way the wind is coming from, and you can also kind of see how hard it is blowing. I don't remember how that works, but yeah. Airbag? No, not it. And of course we have to wait for the red lights. That wasn't part of the plan. Bridge. I hope you can see something from there, but Well, there's a city out here to the side, and when I was driving over here the first time, there was also a sailboat coming beneath, so that was very pretty. Right now the weather is really bad for this, but it's still pretty cool up here. Well, the camera angle might not do this justice, so I'm sorry about that. Okay, right now we are on the island of Fyn, and we are very close to the city of Odense. And I have to be sure to get on the right exit because we're going towards Kolding, which is a city in Jutland, and that's also where Aarhus is. But Kolding is just closer, so right now that's where the sign goes. So we have to go that way. And we'll be crossing another bridge, but I did that bridge when I went to Sweden, so that might not be as interesting, but we might do it anyway, just to make it long, right? So now I'm on the highway towards Aarhus. I have no idea why there is this much traffic today. Kind of weird. I wouldn't have thought that. Okay, right here we are driving a bit slower. It's 80 kilometers per hour limit because they're preparing the road for repair work, and they kind of grind the top layer off to make the next layer of asphalt get a better attachment or something, like it will be able to grip to the surface beneath. So they like make grooves in it, and that's why you might be able to hear the sound. The sound of the tires is much different from a smooth surface on the road. So, but the first sign for Aarhus has been past that, and that's at 115 kilometers to Aarhus. So I'll be there in just over an hour, I guess. So over here the bridge is peeking up over the trees. So that's the way we are going, or at least the road is going to be going that way. If anyone is interested, the ferry trip was 265 Danish kroners. And that's like the bridge would have been 14 minutes shorter in time used. And also it would only be 240 kroners. So, but I just like taking the ferry trip, so I made that choice. Right now the traffic is moving very rapidly, so that's okay. We're going past something here. I don't know what it. Somebody bought themselves a military vehicle, I guess. So that is on its way home. It looks like some kind of a collector's item. Jeep. So ferry 265 Danish kroners, 14 minutes longer, but it was so much more comfortable just sitting and waiting around in the ferry than driving the car all the way around it. That's a marvelous view of the bridge. I think we'll zoom in a little bit. Up here we get to choose if we want to go to like Germany or Esbjerg or Kolding, which is two other Danish cities. But well, if we keep to the left here, we would be able to go to Germany, and it's not that far. And if we keep to the right, well, we go back to Aarhus, and well, I'm going there. This family party that I've been at this weekend, well, it has done so that I have not been able to do any server videos or any other interesting videos, because I drove there right after work on Friday. Actually, I was a quick stop by my mechanic, because I had still winter tires on my car, and I needed to change those out for summer tires, and he has those. So I had a change of tires, and then I drove all the way over to Lolland, which was the island that I was on, and we had the family party Saturday, and then I'm driving home on Sunday, and it's a 4-hour drive. And most of today will be gone when I get home. I'll be home at 2:30. I think, yeah, just about an hour from now. A small hour. 90 kilometers. There is now 90 kilometers to Aarhus. I guess that will take a small hour. Right now I'm able to drive 120 kilometers per hour. It's actually the only thing I'm allowed to drive 110, so maybe I should relax the foot on the pedal. Yeah, there's a couple of signs up here. When there are signs with speed limits, they're always 110 or less. So we don't have any signs that says 113. 130, that is. Yeah, but I knew that I was going to this family party, so last weekend or the weeks up to then I have been prepared extra videos. So the videos you're gonna, well, you will have seen them already, but they will have been recorded at least a week before they actually are being released to YouTube, to keep up with my schedule, which is Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and that's 2 p.m. Central European time. I don't know when that is in your time zone, but well, now you can at least look it up if you want to. But I do actually think that I'm missing one video for this week. And well, I have 2 videos recorded, and those 2 are very similar videos. They are me talking about stuff. You will have seen one about brake controllers, and you'll have seen one about balancing memory. That one I think I did most of the editing last week, and I just need to upload it. And then I have done another video on brake controllers and how they present the hard drives as virtual volumes to the operating system, and that one I would like to make that one for Friday, because the one about balancing memory and the one about brake controllers, they're similar, like just me talking. So I want something in the middle of those two for Wednesday, and I do not think that this video is gonna qualify for that. This is more of a extra Saturday video, so I think we'll keep it to that. It's outside of the regular program-ish, if you can call it that. Yeah, let's drive the last 90 kilometers back to Aarhus and wrap up there. Well, that wasn't really that great. I thought I heard a bit of a wheel noise, and I wanted to drive in on a rest stop and check it out. And well, I opened the door and got out of the vehicle of my car and went around the car to check it out. And then the wind just took my door and hit it up against another car, which was a van. A couple of Dutch people on a road trip here in Denmark, and well, that took an hour sorting out the insurance stuff. That wasn't cool. I should have known better. My mistake. So yeah, been exchanging insurance policies, something, and driver's license and all that good stuff. That was well, it's totally an insurance problem. I did ask the police if they needed to come out and do a report. They did not have to do that. They said that it was just between insurance companies. So, well, I didn't film that. I didn't feel like really showing my stupid mistake too much. Better me just talking about it. My car didn't take any damage at all. Well, you can see where it scratched the other car, but well, of course the door of a car is a lot harder than the side of a car, so that was a bad thing. But next stop, Aarhus. Okay, we're closing up on Aarhus now. That's out here in the distance. That's Aarhus, and I think I will go and give this car a wash, because having it that far in front on the ferry has made it really dirty. It seems like the salt water has splashed upon the car, and well, driving these few hundred kilometers, it has picked up a lot of dirt on that. So you can probably not see it out my window here, but it's very dirty. And when I look out the back window, it's very, very dirty, and the car just looks very filthy. So I'm gonna go and find a car wash and get that done. And it's only like, I think it's a couple of kilometers from where I live. But I also want to go pick up some Coke at a Lidl. I know that I'm totally out of Coke, the drinking kind. So I'm gonna go and find a Lidl and and stock up at least 12 kilograms. So yeah, and we're not on the highway anymore, so slow down. Oh, actually we're on it for another 400 meters. Okay, but let's see how this looks when we find the car wash. Okay. Here is the car wash. There's no queue. That's really unusual. But I wanna film this first, so let's just see how the car looks from the outside. So I'm gonna shut me off and let's just step outside without scratching anybody else's cars. And brake. Oh, it's very filthy. You see it? Really dirty. So yeah, I'm gonna go visit the car wash over here at Shell. Oh, let's see if that ain't good. 89 kroner for a standard wash. Oh, and now it wants the pin. Okay. Proof. Okay. So there's this little room in here where you go in and you pick the wash. I could pick a basic one, but I went for the standard. And I'm not a member of this washing club, which is probably just a rip-off. There is more of a reflection than actually watching the car, so hope this is good. The car wash here, the windows are so dirty. They're not really very good for filming, but I think it's done now, so as soon as the window goes up, we can go in there and pick up the car. I don't think I've ever been down here and there haven't been someone waiting in line. That's the first time that there is no queue. So well, it definitely looks a lot cleaner now, so that's awesome. Okay, next important task, Coke pickup. So let's get ourselves some Coke. It's a bit unfortunate because there is no Lidl close to me. There is one very close to when I drive from work and to home. I pass one, but I have to actually drive a little bit to get to a Lidl, and that is my favorite brand of Coke drinking thing. So yeah, we are on the way there to pick that up. Okay, little right ahead. Oh, and then the light decides to get red. Awesome. So we're going in there. Or actually, I'll leave you outside. And also, oh, I haven't shown this. That's a new pump for the basement. I did that video last week, and they replaced the one that was not so good. So awesome. Cool. And down here there is actually market for used stuff. That's second-hand stuff. They're cleaning up right now. This is a pretty normal thing doing Sunday, but I'm usually here much later, so they are usually gone, because over there is all the good parking spots. I was just lucky to get one over here where there is free parking, and there is about a 5 minutes walk to my apartment from here. That's not I think I'll end the video here on a good note and bring my Coke inside and enjoy that. And thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me again. And have a really nice day. Bye bye.